Hello, anybody who chooses to join me tonight. This is just a little bit of live gameplay. I don't expect anyone to join this at all. But that said, what I'm going to be doing is just playing some games I really enjoy on Board Game Arena because I can and I want to. And I'll probably be talking a little bit through the games themselves, just with the idea that I'm going to hit on some ones that I think are great for families, fun, and just enjoyable ones. So that's all it is. If you're interested in playing along, certainly feel free to let me know. Happy to hop into a game with anyone and do a game on Board Game Arena. But that said, I'm going to start my night off here with a little bit of Sushi Go. I saw someone on Twitter earlier today actually asking about Sushi Go. So I think that's a good way to start. Sushi Go is one of those games, of course, that I really like. I think this particular iteration is really well done. Actually, this one on Board Game Arena, just they've done overall a great job with it. In particular, very easy to pick up and play, very easy to teach. This is a game that we break out quite a bit in my house throughout the year, though Sushi Go Party, I will say, is the way to go if you're looking to buy a version of this game. Sushi Go Party comes with a lot more variety and a score tracker, which, as simple as it sounds, makes a very large difference. I'd say that's a pretty monumental difference. So for me, Sushi Go Party definitely way to go. But in this game, we are collecting. If you have never played this before and you're watching this thing, what the heck are you doing? You are passing your cards around the table, and you are trying to get the best set of cards. It goes across 3 rounds in this particular game, and across those 3 rounds, you want the most points. At the end of a game, there is one thing in particular that I think is important to note here. There's these pudding cards, and these pudding cards in particular are the only card that actually moves from round to round. So moving them from round to round, those are important because you're going to get points for them at the end of a game. But if you come in last, you lose points. So you do not want to have the least of those at the end of the game. Very important piece of that puzzle. The other interesting about this game, if you've never played, is you'll see these salmon nigiri. You got a salmon, and then you've got another one. Did they say 2 points on them? But if you were to have a wasabi card, in particular, the wasabi card would help you because you would place that, and then you would get that a multiplier. So I'm going to hope that a wasabi card comes out as I do this, but I'm actually going for these dumpling cards right now because early on you can see these dumpling cards have multipliers. So for 1, you get 1 point. For 2, you get 3 points. So I want to collect as many of these as possible, but here's a wasabi card. So your next nigiri card is going to be 3 times multiplier. So I'm going to grab this and hope I can get a decent card to put on top of that wasabi. I could probably grab this one. I'm going to push it a little bit and take another dumpling card at this particular moment. That dumpling card, again, that ups my point. And again, there's still some more of these, so I'm good. I am going to grab this. I want the multiplier, so that's 2 times 3. That's going to be 6 points. I'm also going to get 6 points this round right now for these dumplings. And my hope still is to get more. Now, interesting in this one, there's also maki rolls. And the maki roll, if you have the most of these at the end of the round, you get 6 points. And I am going to want to try and get that because no one really has taken a maki at this point. So I still have a shot at that. And so that's what I'm going to do there. Unfortunately, now this chopsticks is available, but that allows you to take 2 cards, and I'm not going to be able to take 2 cards at any point in this game. There's really nothing useful for me to take. I'm going to take a sashimi, but it's a useless card at this point in the game because I need 3 of them to score. This maki roll is useful because now that puts me up to 3 total, so I'll have the most of those. And you can see here in this round, 18 points. Total 18 points for the round. I'm at 27 points. I'm a little bit behind at the moment, but I'm in competition, and that's what's important. Again, I want to note too that I have one of these puddings. One of my opponents here has 3. They're going to get 6 points at the end in all likelihood. I am likely going to grab one of these because I don't want to get hit with a -6. I can't afford to get hit with a -6. So I got to at least grab one of them. I'm going to grab this wasabi as well and hope that another one comes out. Hopefully the 3 comes out. Then I can get a multiplier of 3 times 3, 9 points right there. But again, this is a great game. I find we've mentioned it on the show, in particular when we talked about great games to introduce a certain type of game or a certain type of mechanic, I should say. And in this particular case, I think it's a wonderful way, just a wonderful way to introduce this idea of set collection, yes, but in particular card drafting. I think as a card drafting game, it just does a great job. And so for this is my go-to. This really is my go-to for that type of game. So in this particular case, I would say, yeah, I would do that. Now, as I talk about this game, I'll come up real quick just to say that Board Game Arena has, again, a great iteration of this, and I greatly appreciate it. You're going to see I'm going to take a swap for 2 here, which is hopefully I can get something that's useful for me in the next round. I'm going to bring this back to the screen up here so you can actually see. And yeah, this is useful because if I want to take the victory here, I can take 2 of these cards. So I really want to take both of these Maki rolls because the Maki roll situation right now would not have been great otherwise. And I'm going to take a Maki roll again. I definitely going to get that 6 points. You can see my opponent below has taken 2 of the puddings. I will not be last in the puddings, which is really critical when you play this game. And again, if you want to see me playing particular games, I did not do horribly here, but I did not take the victory. But again, I did not take that -6. Again, if I had not taken that 1 pudding earlier, I would have taken -6 and I would have been in dead last. So that was the situation there. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? I mean, I think I'll do another game of this, another game of Sushi Go, and then if anyone wants to see any other ones on Board Game Arena, I really would like to show off some ones that are simple and quick and just really fun to play with friends and family, because these are all games easy to get. A lot of these ones we're going to play. I think I'll work in a game tonight of Draftosaurus as well. For those of you who have not played Draftosaurus, speaking of the theme of drafting, such a fun game, except you are drafting dinosaur pieces. And you are playing them on a board strategically to collect the most points. You've heard of that before. So nothing too new there, but the game is definitely different in terms of the fact that you're actually drafting dinosaur pieces. It's pretty fun. Let's start this one out, and I'm going to go full screen here. So just bear with me a sec as I go over. We'll take this full screen so you can see everything. I'm going to start this one out by taking this wasabi, and I am going to hope I can get a good one in there. I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to take this egg because it's only a 1. I don't want that multiplier. I can go for this Maki roll. These chopsticks are going to be useful down the line, though. But there's 2 sets of them, so I think I might be able to get them back. We're gonna hope for that. Hope. We don't know what's going to happen. You can see still these are not great. They're 1s. They're 1 multipliers. I'm going to get 3 points. They're certainly lying around here. I'm going to take these Maki rolls, and that should get me in a good place to take that. There's 2 6s here unless someone grabs both of them. And I'm going to jump on the salmon. It's 2s. 2 times 3 is going to be 6 points multiplier. So decent enough start. And here we are. It's another one. So yeah, let's take another Maki. Make sure we get that. That's 6 and at least 12 points that we're looking at right now. What I probably could have done is taken those chopsticks earlier. I'm going to take the chopsticks now and hope that whatever comes on the next turn are two really good ones for me to take. I'm trying to remember what they were. Not a bad move. I get two of these. That's 2 points. It could have been a lot worse. Not necessarily anything too optimal here. And chopsticks on the last one, useless. Chopsticks on that last one, really just utterly useless. I'm going to win the Maki rolls. I'm going to get some points, but 14. So I'm 14 points. We got 15 to 13 to 14 to 10. So not awful. Not awful in the game competing. But we did not get any puddings that round. We should note that because we do not want to be last on those puddings. So the negative 6 points, obviously a big difference maker. Now, I really do like having the shot at that 9 points. I do not know what's coming in the next set of cards, so I'm going to take that wasabi. I admit I'm a little bit of a sucker for the wasabi. I think if you can get it on the first turn, it's extremely useful. That's my own opinion. I can generally wait it out a little bit. I'm going to take 2 puddings. This is not against my... I got off to a good start, so I'm going to go with 2 puddings early on and hope, and we're not seeing it. So, yeah, we're going to grab this 2 to go with the wasabi, and that's going to get us 6 points. I was hoping we were going to have something better than that, but no such luck. Maki roll with the 3 Maki rolls on it. I do like having those as an option, so we can at least compete for that, and then we'll grab another one here. So we, again, got off to a good start in the first round, so I feel like I have a little leeway to have gone with the 2 puddings. And then I could take this dumpling, but I don't know if I'm going to get a dumpling on the next round. I don't believe I will. So I'll take this salmon on Nigiri, and that'll get me at least 2 points and hopefully put me in a good position. And ironically enough, here it is. We got another Maki. That's not a bad thing. Because we were competing for those. So yeah, 14 points on that round. So that's 14 points in both rounds. A tight competitive game. Right now it's 28 to 26 to 26 to 22. So a very tight game. But I have that. I've got my iPad rocking here. So I'm not going to win what's very clear here is I'm not going to win the puddings, and that's fine. I'm not going to stress about that, but I'm going to take this squid here actually, because I want to, I don't know if there's going to be wasabi, but I don't want to mess around too much with that. And I want someone else getting that on top of a wasabi. So I will jump and steal that. I could play the dumplings game here. I like the dumplings a lot when you can manage to get a bunch of these. It's certainly a favorite of mine when I can do that. And I feel like there's a chance here. So I'm going to keep grabbing some dumplings. If anyone has something they'd like me to put to the board game table here, I'm happy to do that. I'm going to keep going with the dumplings. I feel good on the dumplings at the moment, and we can't get the dumplings forever, so we want to get as many as possible. That's 6 points right there, plus the 3 for that, and for what we already have down, so that's 9 points. So not a bad position to be in. We're not going to win on these Maki rolls. There's no way. Technically, there's a shot. I could go for it, but I'm going to go with getting some guaranteed 2 points because I'm just trying to hold on to a tight lead right now. And then I'll grab this. The chopsticks are going to be useless at this point, so no chopsticks. And you know what? Maybe I should have taken it before. We will see. I will not be in first on that one. And there we go. Second place on that one. I kind of figured that was happening because we were watching those 6 points happen. Again, those 6 points are the difference here. So when I talk about those, when I talk about this game and I talk about those, that dessert, when you talk about grabbing those, I mean, sorry, the pudding. That pudding can get you to victory, and that pudding is what lost me. So that's what lost me there. Apparently, I've played this a few times, which is, not surprising. I do like this game quite a bit. If you're watching, feel free, by the way, of course, to drop a game you want to see me play. I think I'm going to go into another drafting game now, though. A little bit different for those of you who have not played, I am playing on Board Game Arena, just as a reference for you. And before we go into that said drafting game, let's just go right into it. We'll go and play some Draftosaurus. Check my settings. I like to play Draftosaurus with 3 or 4 people, so that's set correctly. So we'll go into Draftosaurus. Draftosaurus is a lot of fun because you've got this bag of dinosaur meeples, all different colors, and you're trying to place them on the board. But one player, first the active player, is rolling the dice. The active player rolling the dice, and in rolling the dice, they have a certain advantage on every turn. The active player in particular is always going to be able to do something extremely important. And that active player essentially is always going to be able to pick to put their dinosaur wherever they want. So if, for example, here you see you must place the dinosaur into a pen that doesn't contain a T-Rex. Now, right now, none of them contain a T-Rex. There's a few of these different ones here. I like to go for the either they all are the same or the different fairly early on. I'm going to take a risk here and go with the different to start, just because I don't get a great sense of what's out there just yet. And there we go. Now I rolled the dice this turn, so you can see I can place dinosaurs in any pen. So I'm going to go to this pen. This pen up here is all the dinosaurs are the same type. Now this one over here that I placed the other in before, they're different. Right now I have to place it on the toilets side. So that's the right side, or the middle, which is the river, where you're just going to get a point for it. And again, the dice rolling kind of changes this. Now, right now, I can't put it in a pen with a T-Rex. Again, there is nothing with a T-Rex. So that's one reason why this pen can be fairly effective to fill up. This is an annoying dice roll when you get this kind of box. You have to place it into an empty pen. I think about that in advance. What do my other opponents have on the board, and what am I going to be able to put into this bottom left pen, because that's the love pen, so to speak, the prairie of love. And you've got to put 2 of the same species there. And I can put this last one. This worked out really well for me in the forest of sameness, which is putting the same type of dinosaur in the same area. That upper left part, fairly simple to do. So we're going to wait for Mimic Fish, it looks like, to go here. But yeah, I love this game a lot. If you have not played this game was introduced to me by Anthony, Board Game Dads, who you've seen on the channel many, many times. The dice roll as we start this second round, because there are 2 rounds, everybody, is going to be the forest. So I have to put on a woodlands section, which is fine. I can work on this fairly quickly, and I can drop. You got to be careful about the T-Rex. I'm going to drop the T-Rex in, but there's something that will stop you from putting into a section with a T-Rex. And I need to put 3 different dinosaurs in this woody trio section. I have to put it into a dinosaur on the right side. So I'm going to go over here on that roll. Oh, I accidentally just undid it. The nice thing about this is you do have that undo action. Again, woodland section. So what's nice here, fairly straightforward. I'm picking the green one because I know it's not one I want in the different section, and I can put it in this area here. What I really want to be able to do, and I might have made a mistake actually, because I need to get another one of these purple dinosaurs down there. This again works in my favor, by the way. The one that the roll that just happened is my roll. So I get to put in one of these orange dinosaurs right there. Great for me. And then grass section 1. Now this is annoying. So this can only hold 1 dinosaur at the end of game. It's 7 victory points if your opponent has at least as many. So what can I put here that my opponent would have at least as many as me? And that would be green. That's a grassland section, actually. So never mind. That's not going to work. What is one that I have none of? I have none, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this one in the river. I'm going to get a point. It's fine. And I have to put this on the river side. Again, I have all these in. And unfortunately, this did not work in my favor. I have at least as many as everybody else of these, so I hopefully will get the points at the end for this one. This upper right one can be annoying. I think it's the most annoying to explain. I didn't quite get it. enough points on it, and I'm not going to have done very well in this one. I just did not manage. I hit a little bit of bad luck there at the end, and that was a very bad game. Very bad game. I normally do better at that one. But I kind of misplayed at the end there when I should have put one of those pieces in the bottom left. But that game is a ton of fun. Just a ton of fun. I love that game. The one I've been playing lately, and again, if anyone is on Board Game Arena and wants to play a game, please let me know. Drop a comment with your name in the corner, and I'm happy to go on and we can put something in. I'm going to do a game now that is one of my more recent favorites. It's an older game, but it's a little game that called Can't Stop. Dice rolling and pushing your luck. Nothing wrong with that in my book. Nowadays, I think everyone talks about Quacks as an example as just a really good game for doing that. I Can't Stop. I just like because it's simple and quick, and I can get this game out to the table hypothetically. I don't actually own it, but the hypothetical is I would get to the table and be able to play a game in a very short amount of time. Playing, it looks like it's searching for up to 3 opponents right now, which up to 3 opponents in this particular game is a doozy, especially because as you're rolling the dice and filling up these rows, you no longer can place your pieces in the row of that number, which means it gets harder and harder to not bust. So think about it in that sense of almost a blackjack. You don't want to roll only numbers that you cannot use. And for that reason, it can be pretty challenging. It's slow loading. I haven't had this much of a slow time. I will just say, if you haven't used Board Game Arena, there's a variety out there, but I really like Board Game Arena right now. It's been interesting. I keep watching since the Asmodee purchase what's going to happen, but nothing's changed. So that's great. They've really kept the business going as is. The premium membership is worth it, in my opinion. Oh, looks like we're good. So I'm going to bring this over to full screen. But yeah, Can't Stop with 4 people. This game is crazy because you really got to think about how long you're going to roll. I'm going to choose 11 and 8 because I like to risk on some of these side spots. Whoa, I did not mean to zoom in there. What's going on? Hold on a sec, everyone. Sometimes things happen. There we go. We're back in it. Back in it. There we are. Sometimes, though, you want that end. I got to get back. There we go. Computer being slow. I'm going to choose a continue. In this point, continue along. So you can see I'm just pushing along. Now that 11, it goes up a lot quicker. It's hard to get that 11. The double tens. How long do I want to roll? I'm going to keep going. That 11 is so tempting. I'm going to stop. I like to get a solid base set up. Having the 10 and 11 fairly high up is nice, I feel like. So I will do that and stop if I can. But again, early on, I probably should push more. But with 4 people, someone's going to inherently have a lot of good rolls. So I feel like if I can get 6, 7, 8 rolls good, I'm going to stop it right there and feel pretty good about it. Green Tractors here is going to be thinking about their rolls. It looks like he quit, but we're going to keep playing. I'm going to keep playing this. As long as everyone else is still playing this, we're going to keep playing it. I don't want to necessarily quit. I want to show everybody because this is a fun game. So we're going to keep trying. It looks like it's going to keep letting us play. I like that it's going to avoid. I like that it tells me, and I don't often run into quitters, by the way. I should note that on Board Game Arena, I don't think I've run into a ton of people who've quit. Quitting's not a typical thing on this particular system. So 2 again, hard to get. So I'm going to roll with that. So this is where I get greedy. I push, and there we go. I got 2 all the way at top. I'm stopping. So now anytime someone gets 2, it's going nowhere. It's just nothing's going to happen. So they're going to bust. I got to pick a combination. You're seeing the idea here. I mean, and then now because everyone is essentially out, I'm just playing for fun. I'm going to keep pushing, but it gives you a good idea. Like you want that too. Green, everyone has kind of quit. It's almost pointless at this point, but so for that reason, I'm going to stop. I am going to quit, and I'm going to try a new one. I'm going to just do a new one because I do want you to actually see the game where someone doesn't quit. Quitting isn't fun. No fun at all, right? If anyone does want to actually come play and they're watching me play one of these and then wants to come play, I'm happy to play. You're invited, Ryan. You want to come play a game? I'm down. Hop on and we'll do it. Yeah, I don't like quitters either. I don't. Quitting is lame. And I don't, again, as I noted, I don't see it on Board Game Arena almost ever. It's a really rare thing. Most people, if they accept a real-time game, are not quitting. I mean, I have seen people go slow, but quit is just a rare case. You can see, again, I pushed up a little bit there. 3 to 12, 11, you have obviously the shortest amount of real estate. This being a 2-player game, this works great as a 2-player game, I should note. I really like it. You kind of feel the pressure when someone's getting closer to the top. And like, I'm going to stop here because I've got a lot of pieces on the board and a lot of different rows. Once I stop, those pieces are locked in, folks. They're locked. So you can't lose them from those locations. And then next turn around, you can obviously move them up. I actually like the visual of this one, I should note, because if you go to buy this game, it's kind of just, it looks kind of almost like a stop sign. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but the vision on this one with the mountain to me is just kind of cool. I kind of wish the game that I was looking at, even in the local store or on Amazon, looked that same exact way. But yeah, this guy's moving up quick. You look at this, like, this is where it makes me anxious. He keeps going, and he's got an 8. There you go. See, I mean, I never feel like I have that kind of luck where I can push that hard. I just don't think it ever happens, but we'll try. We got to make some moves here. We don't have, and there you go. 3 moves, and there we are. It looks like I got to share this one. Repurposing Carcassonne into Can't Stop. Huh. I would like to see. I'm going to have to look that up, Ryan. That sounds really interesting. I'm again, I'm baffled though, as I'm laughing here because I don't have this luck. You saw how quickly I busted on the last one, and this person just keeps pushing. I mean, I would have stopped by this point. And there we go, still going up. This is a very bad game for me. I'm not having the luck that this person is, but it is a luck-based game. But now I have to push. I don't have a choice. The dude or this woman, I don't know. I don't know who Biffany is kicking my butt. They're really destroying me. So I gotta push. I don't have and there we go, busting. My goodness, this is bad. This is really bad, actually. I don't normally do, let's say, quite this unlucky, but here we are. I will take a loss there. So there you are. That's Can't Stop. I'm going to do one more. I laugh about this game because when I start playing it, I really can't stop. I love this game, and the games are so quick. So I'll look for another opponent. I did, by the way, you're seeing Connect 4 on the screen. I played a game of Connect 4 for the first time on here the other day. It's not a game I was looking to play anytime soon, but or rushing to play. But Connect 4, it's a classic. It's not necessarily any better online, I can promise you that much, but I did play it. So the other thing you might notice, I don't know how well it shows, but I'm always blue. I am a paying member, so I get to pick what my preferred color is. So blue is my preferred color, and I will generally get it. I have secondary colors. I think my secondary color is purple or yellow. I do not know actually what it is off of the top of my head. I see, by the way, that Ryan has popped on to Board Game Arena. If you're on Board Game Arena, as I've noted, if you're watching this live or after the fact, and you want to play a game sometime, let me know. It is Tabletop Express here on Board Game Arena. Easy to remember. Just go look up Tabletop Express, add me. I'll make sure we add you back. And happy to play a game anytime. I play a lot of asynchronous games on here, and it's always a great time. I am going to push one more. We'll take that double 5, and we're going to stop. We're not going to push it. We've seen my luck tonight, folks. My luck tonight has not been good, so we're not going to do that. I have no interest in bombing that poorly. So let's see. But yeah, again, I think Can't Stop is one of those games that you get to the table, have some fun. It's not super serious. You're pushing your luck. So, if you don't like luck, well, it's not going to be a game for you. No doubt. It is not a game for people who need strategy in every way. But I think that we all need to take time to break, just enjoy ourselves. And this is a fun game to do that with. So this is where I always, by the way, do this to myself. I'm close and I say, I got to try. And there I go. I bust. See, I could predict the bust coming, unfortunately, because I was so close to the top with that 11, which would have been really nice. Unfortunately, no go. By the way, this is the first time I've done Tabletop Express live, and I will definitely do this from time to time. I'm thinking eventually maybe setting up a live game of Wingspan over on Steam. Thought that might be fun. Play some Wingspan. I've talked about potentially doing a Steam game of Scythe. I love that game as well. Historically bad at winning it, but love the game. And I play that every Thursday, actually, with friends. We don't stream that in particular, but we do play it every Thursday. It would be really boring to watch with my friends because not everyone is a quick mover, and it's not really built, I would say, well for a stream. So I would never stream it if I'm being honest, with that particular group of people. Good people, but a little too slow for my taste for a stream. So yeah, that's not going to happen. But Wingspan, I could set it up. I've got people to play that. Number one, Istanbul, that I've considered a great game. And here I am. See, I'm really close to that 5. I wanted to get it. You see I'm busting on two or three in. Just again, no luck on my side tonight. I'm guessing red is going to take this game. It seems fairly obvious unless luck turns my way. Unlikely, by the way, if you cannot tell by now. I know back when Tabletop was a show and Will Beaton ran it, he talked a lot about luck and having none. Well, I have none with dice either. So you're not going to see that much here tonight. The other thing I was thinking of streaming potentially, by the way, is a game of The Crew, because The Crew is a fantastic game. I know I could get probably some regulars on here. Ryan, Board Game Dads, Anthony, maybe Eric, who I've done videos with from Anthony's channel. There's a few people. So The Crew, 2 or 3 in, busting. There's not even the crazy thing about this busting this early is there's a 3, a 4, a 5, a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not like I'm busting 2 or 3 in with 4 of these taken, which I can accept, but I have had 0 luck whatsoever. And again, sometimes the way it rolls, unfortunately. Let's see. I'm hoping we get back to me and I can get on a good roll myself. At least get 5. 5 would be really important to get. If I could get 5, knock green back. Busted. Yeah, Ghostbusters. I see it. Ryan, I see you on here, and I know you're on Board Game Arena. So if there's something you want, or if you want to pop on and take me on and destroy me like everyone else seems to be doing tonight, I welcome it. Just let me know. I'm looking at this now. 10 and 10. 10 is gettable. 12 is short. We'll do the 10 and 10. Progress up to 7. Progress up to 10. Progress up to 7. All right. Well, you know what? We have not had that much luck. Let's stop before all luck runs out and hope that we have a shot here because we're pretty close. Pretty close. There's some really, by the way, some really good newer games on here. I know Ryan and I have talked about, and there we go. The game is over. Game over. We knew I knew Red was taking that. Negative 15 hits in terms of my rank. That hurts. Well, I will make you play on here some other time. Any game, what should we look at here? I have a game of Targi going on right now. I want to see. Let me quick check. Does not look like any of my games, Stone Age and Targi, are happening at the moment. So no, those are ongoing. So I did try this game earlier, by the way. Let me go over here to the screen. Tried this Q-Birds. This one was really interesting. I tried it. I found it. The cards are fun. I did not even read the rules. I just kind of tried it out, and I got the general idea fairly quickly. But that is one that is worth checking out. Q-Birds. Clans of Caledonia is a great game on here if you've got the paid membership. I would highly recommend it. That's not a short game by any means. But you know what? Let's go to a classic. Let's go to Carcassonne. I am, as most people, and I suppose not all, but as most people, a big fan of Carcassonne. But I'd say more so, it is one of the games that got me into board games. This is one of it. That and Catan. But I don't. This one is one that stuck with me. So here we are. This one, it looks like we're playing a basic game. No river, no inns, cathedrals. Oh, someone didn't hit the accept button. That's lousy. We'll try again. We will try again. Thanks for people tuning in, though. I mean, again, I did not advertise this one. This is just a let's do it. Let's have some fun. It looks like this is a good size game. We have 2 opponents on this one. It looks like they are using the river based on what I'm seeing here, which is fine. I don't dislike the river. It's okay. I am going to... I know I have to place it along the stupid river. Let's place it on the road. Let's give ourselves a shot with the road later on. I do like scoring me some roads. Roads can be nice. I was talking about this game more recently, and someone was asking if I play with the farmer. And yeah, I said one. Of course, I play with the farmer. But do I introduce with the farmer? The farmer, interestingly enough, as you look at the more recent versions of the game, is basically, it's kind of like a module to them. They're not necessarily saying you have to play with it. And so that's something I always note for people. It's not something I always start with, but I do prefer to play with it. And there we go. We got a farmer down. We got 2 farmers down already from red. Really early farmer play. I don't think I play the farmer that much. I'm not gonna. Can't do the U-turn. I know. I could do a farmer here in the field. I'm half tempted to, but I'm gonna pass. Maybe I should have done that, and we'll find out later if I should have. But there's a whole lot of real estate up here. I don't know how this real estate's gonna stretch out. And we are at the end of the river. Again, I don't dislike the river. It looks like the pig is in the game here, just so you know. You could score +1 for each city the pig is on an adjacent field. And then we've also got the builder. And by the way, if you've not played with the builder extends a road or city with your builder on. You get, if you extending a road or city with your builder on gets you an extra tile placement, the builder does not count towards majority. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this. And I'm not gonna do anything there. I'm sometimes hesitant to overspend in the beginning of this game because I think it's a common habit that I see a lot of people do. I do have my giant meeple, which, by the way, I love that giant meeple. The giant meeple being able to get me. They've really put all the expansions in this version, by the way. I'm realizing now just, and I don't know that I've played Carcassonne in a long time where someone's put everything in. But I have no objection to it. I think it's a wonderful thing. Now, I'm wondering, can I sneak my way into this castle? Into the city here? Yeah. I'm going to confirm that placement. I'm going to place my guy. Let's have some fun. Let's try to see. They blocked me off. There we go. That, a well done move. There, knocking me out. I tried a little theft. Let's see. What do we want to do? I do want to close this one off, so we're going to confirm this one out, and then we'll start on another road. Summon the. Oh man, they really threw everything. They've even got the fairies here, so they must have put the They put every expansion in for this one. I don't have catapults, Ryan. I actually don't have catapults. I also will note I don't love playing with every single addition in the game necessarily. I usually do one expansion. One makes me kind of happy. 2 even. I don't double up this much usually. It's fine. I'm not going to complain. It ain't my thing. Let's see. Yeah, you may play some meeple. I know I may. Let's do it. Now we're going to pass. There we go. So, yeah, I don't like that they have put the dragon and the princess in the game. I do not love it. Okay. It is probably my least favorite expansion. I'm calling it the Dragon and the Princess, which is not its official name, but yeah, I don't love it. I really don't. I mean, so I should have been pickier about the expansions in my settings, probably. That is on me. But what I can do is enjoy the game, have some fun with it, and that's what I'm going to do. We'll place down here. Boom. But again, I love the game, so I will never complain. If anyone wants to play Carcassonne anytime, I will play it. I thank you all for tuning in, by the way. I see a few of you here, which is great considering I didn't tell anyone I was doing this and people showed up. That's always nice. I appreciate the support for the channel. As I try. Oh, you'll play? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, when this game ends, Ryan, if you, Ryan, Ryan Clements, if you want to jump on, play a game, I would be fine with that. I would be game for whatever, as I said. I'm just trying to think what I want to do here. I'm wondering, I can do this again. Let's try and steal. Put the big guy in. What the heck? Why not? Because they put everything in, I'm gonna just go nuts here. Yeah, Ryan, I will be good to play in a bit. If you would like to plan, I don't know what game you'd be interested in. So far tonight, I've done some Can't Stop. I've done a little bit of Draftosaurus. We've done, obviously, as you see, some Carcassonne. So, oh yes, here we are. This card makes me happy. Where are we going to put you? We're going to put you right here. I know this guy's going to want to play around here. Place my meeple. I'm good. I'm going to completely ignore that dragon because I hate him so much. I really do. He goes around, he moves, he eats you or whatever. It's such a pain. It's just not a combo I would do with all of these different things. I'm even sitting here forgetting I had a darn pig that I could put adjacent on in a field, and then I get +1 for that city. I'm forgetting because there's so many things going on. And I have, I think, 8 expansions to this game. Or 7 expansions. I do not have the catapults mentioned. Oh, it's my turn. Oh no. What are we gonna do? No, we want to try to steal that. So let's confirm. There we go. Do a road. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's too much. It's just, in my opinion, too expansive. I would do a game with everything, but it would have to be, I think, in person. Online, it's slightly overwhelming. And I would rather do it in person with a strategic combination of them. And it's an interesting challenge, in my opinion, to play with all of them. So. Yeah, it's the extra tiles. That's why this game is going to take forever. Like here, you see the burninating. I just call it the burninator because I'm going to Trogdor. I could play Trogdor right now on my Google Home if you want to hear that. You don't. You don't want to hear that. God, it's so many. There's 112 tiles left. It's exhausting when I think about it. And that's not what Carcassonne is. It's not exhausting to me. It's going very quickly, I will say. This is a good group of people. If one of these people was slow, I'd probably, be frustrated. The dragon walk begins. Keeping the track of the dragon is a pain because he eats your piece. And then, I moved the fairy to protect this other one. You played Guitar Hero too. Trogdor was a man. Trogdor was a dragon man. And he was a wonderful dragon man. Confirm placement. And let's lay in the field. What the heck? You know what? I gotta try and work this field up here and get into it. It's hard, I think, when you have this many pieces too, to keep track of where everything is. I will tell you too. You mentioned Guitar Hero 2. I used to do Rock Band all the time, so I was not the Guitar Hero fad, but I was into the Rock Band fad, which is always fun. Always a good time. There we go. I'm gonna keep that there. I want to get that piece back. I don't know. I got to remember at that pig. Someone's got to remind me to use the damn pig. I keep forgetting about the pig. You got 105 tiles. Yeah, and Ryan, whatever we play, let's not make it every expansion possible of Carcassonne in the game, because this is I don't think anyone and no one needs to see it twice. That's all I will say. Love the game, but this is this is a little longer than I think people want to see. I gotta find where I want to put this. It's been a little funky here. Hold on a sec. There we are. Oh, yes. We'll put you right here. Negative 10 seconds. I was running out of time there. They do make you move quickly. That's the good thing, that this is set to a quick time. You can see the board right now, too. Red is hunkered down all over here. I'm spread out a little bit. Red early on, if you weren't watching, took over a little bit of the board just by the fact that he played the farmers along his river. And he's still reaping some of those rewards potentially at the end. So hopefully we can stop that. I don't want to connect this for that reason. I want to, build a road, something, whatever, block him off. We're down to 99. So I think, I forget how many tiles this game started with. I got to move the dragon. Where is the dragon? Here he is. Yeah. So let's see. We got ourselves an interesting tile here. We're going to go ahead. Do this. Boom. Yeah, I'm again, I do not do, I like the builder as an individual mechanism. I think that having the builder and just with that expansion with the builder in is great. Base and it just adds a ton. Yeah, having your large meeple, the builder, that's fine. Now we're adding in so many other things. They've really been collecting in those cities. I haven't, so I'm probably going to suffer for that because I did not really cover that well. But we will see. We'll do our best, right? That's all we can do. And then I will play a straight up game with Ryan. Though I'm down for a few options there. Ryan, what are you thinking? Because I don't think you. I'll let you pick something that I know we both know. Give you the benefit of a doubt of picking a good one. I trust you. I have faith. That might be a mistake, so we'll see. I'm waiting to see what Ryan says to this one. I will make sure I share what he thinks choice-wise. We're plowing through this. We're down to 90 tiles. 90 tiles, and we don't quit here. That's one thing. We had a quitter earlier in the stream tonight, having someone leaving the game, and frustrating. Not a fun thing. Not a nice thing to do. We don't do that. We just don't do that. So we're not doing that to someone else. We are going to hopefully, and we will place the ferry. Yes, place the ferry. We can play river, no field scoring. Yes. No field scoring is fine. You want to do the river with no field? Yeah, because if we do the river, I agree. I think the river turns into a lot of that. We saw that early in this game. That's how red has, I think, 2 or 3 of those down. But thankfully, again, this is a fairly quick moving game. As I said, this is not a long game. Let's get some quick points. Quick points. I do like those little ones. Yellow is just kicking butt, by the way, right now. Yellow's got a bunch of the cloth and stuff too, so they're really going to close out at the end. They got lucky. Oh, the Burninator is coming. That's all I can call him. He's just the Burninator. He's coming out to get everybody. There he goes, destroying some stuff. I do like the little addition of the flame. I will say this. I like that they add that flame. And it says, you must move the dragon. Fine, I'll move it this way. I hate the dragon so much. I really do. I don't know if anyone, if you're watching this, if you like playing with the dragon, let me know. I would like to know what you like about the dragon. Because I just don't know what's enjoyable about him. I don't think he's fun. Especially when you have this many people. This many we'll go here. But we could protect ourselves with that fairy there. So thank you, fairy. I will say, I think an underrated version of this is there's a version of this that has sheep, and it's a wonderful version. The circus version of sorts is actually a ton of fun. Like I can't put into words. I don't know why it's fun. It just is fun. It doesn't make sense. Like it's more fun than it deserves to be is the best way I can describe it. It should not be fun. But it is. And I play that one a decent amount in the course of a year. My wife's favorite game is this game. So it gets played and it will continue to get played. Confirm placement of this baby. We definitely want to do that. I got to move the dragon. Got to move the dragon. Everyone has to move the dragon. That's the funny thing about the dragon. With this many people, I think the dragon might be more effective in a 2 or 3 player game. When you have 4 people, it just becomes almost obnoxious how you have to try to find a way to get the dragon around the board. What I do need to do is I have this up here, but I need to fill this spot really badly, actually. Let's zoom in. I'm going to try and do this, though. Give myself a shot here. I don't necessarily want to spend any money, so I'm going to pass here. Don't want to spend any people. Ryan, what I'm going to have you do right before this comes to a near end is I'm going to ask you, because I will do that as the last thing I do tonight. I'll end with a straight up game with you, and we'll have a good time. But I'm going to ask you to prep it probably just before, and then send the invite over for a real-time game shortly before that, before this one ends, just to make that process really nice and easy. Let's see. There we are. Sweet. I figured you had it prepared in advance, but just being sure. Just being sure. Again, I didn't expect. I was just happy. At one point, I saw 6 or 7 people logged on here tonight. And since I did not prepare in any way to tell anybody about this, and I just said, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to play some random games on Board Game Arena. People showing up makes me happy. I'll definitely do some planned ones in the future if people are interested and we can choose the games in advance. Maybe heavier games. There's some really good games on here that would be worth that attention. And we could take some user requests on that one. This game overall just not going my way. I just very disappointed in myself, to be quite honest. Where are they going? Let's see. I'm waiting on some of these things I need to finish, unfortunately, too. I need to get some of my people back. There's a few tight spots that I misplaced. I misplaced one up here earlier that is costed me a little bit. And I'm going to play this here because I don't want don't want that to steal, but at the same time, you know what? We're just going to do it. I want to try to take this for myself. I'm going to put some protection over here. The dragon pieces, when you play the game, by the way, with the dragon, what I find interesting is with two people, I actually don't hate it. It adds a semi interesting direction to a two-player game, though Carcassonne itself doesn't need anything. It's fine with two players without any special scenarios. What's frustrating for me in this particular game is I have not been able to close out any cities just yet with that actually have the most of these goods. And those goods are the thing that's costing me in this particular moment. In a fairly big way. And now I got to move the dragon. Where are we moving the dragon? Let's move him this way. And red's got his guy sent back. So there you go. That became useful. Keeping him away from me. The dragon's hanging out in a bad spot for red at this particular moment. Red and yellow. My pieces are all up here. Happy and safe. Mostly useless at this point. Mostly useless. See, half the fun of a game is being able to laugh at yourself. I think it's important. Let's see. Oh, this is great. Here we are, everybody. We are able to get confirm placement. We're going to place the ferry here. But the great thing is we get all these spots. We get some points. There's a big point jump. And then the problem is the dragon has moved because that was a volcano spot. So that's where I made a mistake. But I wanted to complete that area. I need to get that. Now I can clear this other blue person out, my other blue meeple, hopefully, and run the heck away. Technically, red's not going to bring it closer to his person. And yellow's up here too. So it's a really bad place for all of us in reality. I'm going to guess. You know what? We can. I got to move the dragon. So we're going to move the dragon this way. And red's going to go after yellow. And there we are. Oh, yellow's going to take him after my field. Oh, that's brutal. See, that's why I hate the dragon. Yellow just helped red, which makes literally no sense because red has already got a fairly strong lead over yellow. But there we are. There we are. I need to place a tile in the meantime. And here I am too frustrated to even think about it. Yeah, that's annoying. That's really, really annoying. I don't know what to say to that. I will tell you that I'm very much looking forward to this game with Ryan, where it's a straight up regular game and no dragons. No dragons allowed in that game, folks. None. All these cards right now are generally lousy for what it's worth. And I'm going to just place this down here away from anyone because I don't want to connect the dots up here. I really don't. Only thing I want to connect. And this is irritating because we've got a road that has to come into the top of it. Frustrating. Let's zoom in a little. Figure out where I can put you. this has the dragon over here. So we have to think about that when I place this. So I'm going to put it right here. We got to move the dragon. It's dangerous because whatever direction I move it, someone could move it towards me because I've got, this is bad. I would like to think red is going to move it here and yellow would move it up, but we'll see. We're going to see. Let's see how the dragon moves. It's got 6 movements, if I'm not mistaken here, folks. 6. So where, really? That blows my mind that you wouldn't want to go after red. I don't know. It does not make a ton of sense based on the score right now. I'm just going to say it. It makes 0 sense. That is annoying. All right. Well, this game is going to come to a close probably for the next 10, 15 minutes because 44 tiles remaining. Red clearly running away with this one on many levels. Many, many levels. But that's okay. That is okay. We're going to find a way to hopefully make up some points here. Let's see. I got to move the dragon again, everybody. Oh, this is awful. There's no good way to move a dragon. It's going to eat me off my... Oh, it's going to... They are really going to get me now. Oh, I'm surprised. Wow. Okay, that's unfair. That's just... I have been brutalized by this dragon the entire game, which is why I have 44 points to like 123 because of that damn dragon. They move the dragon around, it eats me. The game does not need a dragon, folks. Let me tell you. This game does not need a dragon. That dragon is awful, and I hate it. I really don't like it right now, especially. I am going to do what I can to get some points, but this is a pretty dire situation here, folks. I have no chance to do anything. So if you have stood by to watch me get my butt kicked in this game, congratulations. Ryan is enjoying it, I'm sure, laughing at me. And that's okay if you are, Ryan. I take 0 offense. I also understand if you've walked away and waited for this to end so we could play our game. Because this has not been the prettiest game. You look, though, at the board. Yellow's all over the place over here. They got their pig in the field, which I, again, continuously forgot about. Just overall, a very poorly played game on my part. We're waiting for Gala here to go, though, because they've got to place a tile. And there they go. Let's see. I'm going to collect as many points as I can here. I gotta collect as many points as I can at the end here. And then we're gonna have a much more interesting game with Ryan that will be significantly more competitive. I would like to hope, because there will not be a dragon involved that is eating me. The dragon is not an excuse, but the dragon literally took, I think, 25 to 30 points away from me in the last 10 minutes alone, especially eating off some particularly important pieces. So I don't know why this isn't going. There we go. I got to place the fairy there. Yeah, there's already a meeple on the road. There we go. A lot of points. Yellow picked up a ton there too. Yellow picked up a ton. Yellow, of course, is the bane of my existence, because when yellow could have gone after red, yellow went after me. A bigger take that game than I expected out of this tonight. This is also a good reminder. If you play on Board Game Arena, check your settings. The settings are interesting, to say the least, but they're very straightforward. You want to make sure you set your settings to be for realistic preferences. I would set that we don't play with multiple expansions to this level. That's something I'll be checking what the settings are. So unfortunately, lesson learned, right? Usually you don't run into it. Most games don't have this many expansion options built into them. The dragon is back, and I want you to guess who the dragon can attack. It's the dragon is up here, as you can see. And who is the closest person? Oh, look, it's me. Yay. I'm so excited to eventually be attacked, because we know that will occur. I've got all these pieces left over, by the way, if you're tuning in, because the dragon has attacked me so many times. And I, unfortunately, just got all those pieces back from that game. This score will not be a pretty one, but yellow and red are fiercely competitive, and unfortunately not with each other as much as taking me out. So let's see, where do we want to go with this piece? I want to have the dragon have an option to go somewhere else. So I'm actually placing it here, because I cannot afford to lose potential, even if it's a few points here. And I'm not going to complete this, but I want yellow to be able to be attacked. So if I can move him this way, it'll help with that, because you're not going to be able to move him here and then back. I believe that is an illegal move. So with that in mind, we're at 23 tiles here. So this game is we got to close soon. And then we'll be jumping over to a game with Ryan of regular old Carcassonne with the river. So river only. And that is river. And I believe we said with that one, just to confirm this, that is going to be one that we do with no farmers. So that will be a no farmer one. I like the farmers a lot. I was talking about it earlier. I really do like the farmers a lot. I think with river, you saw it early on in this one, because it started with the river, that 2 farmers got laid down. So there's going to be a lot of farmer points. I had a farmer or 2 in this game. And if you would like to be surprised, you will not be when I tell you that the dragon ate them. The dragon ate all of my rivers, all my farmers. So yeah, that was enjoyable. I'm going to place one here though, because I'm going to not have that many more turns left, and who knows what's going to happen if I can get an opening. I don't know. I'm going to place a farmer for the sake of it. That's not a strategic move in the long run, and I know that, but gosh, if I can get a little castle here, potentially, that might be nice. So here we are. This is potential, right? What I'm actually going to do here, confirm placement. And I got to move the dragon. And see, that's why that placement worked out, because now yellow gets to get eaten. What? Okay. See, there is something afoot here. That's all I have to say. So apparently you cannot get rid of the field setting. So Ryan and I will be playing with the field. Ryan, I don't know if you just saw it, but red and yellow are clearly against me here in this game. It is now proven. If anyone wants to convince me otherwise, I will disagree with you. They're against me, and that's okay. I mean, they are against me by default, but yeah, that was ugly. I got to move the dragon, folks. Guess where the dragon's moving? No matter what, I'm going to move it this way. And they're still not going to go after. Really? We're going to go after. Yeah. And now it's closer to all my people. Oh, you have a good point. So Ryan points out that red didn't let yellow get even because yellow's out of meeples, so he didn't want to give him back any meeples. That is a wonderful point, Ryan. I didn't. That is actually a good. I did not pick up on that. But they've been constantly. My argument still remains. They've been constantly. There's been multiple opportunities. I feel like they've had a chance to take each other out. And they haven't. But again, I'm not complaining. It is what it is, guys, and I'm enjoying hanging out. I'm glad some folks stopped by, hung out with me. But I stand by what I said. The Princess and the Dragon. God, it's not necessary. I never ever play with this game unless my son really wants to. That expansion, not this game, and I stand by that. So yeah, please, just if you want to play this game with me, please don't ask that we use this expansion. I clearly have stronger feelings on it now. The dragon is moving. Where will the dragon go? I see you, dragon. There you are. Take that. I got I semi enjoyed that moment. Oh, it is my turn, isn't it? The damn dragon. I forgot. I didn't see the volcano on that one either. It's the end of the game. I'm really hoping the dragon doesn't move at this point. Because that was a stupid move on my part, folks, because I put the dragon right here. Oh, now he's gonna move again. Okay, good. Whew. That's that volcano spot helped me a lot, actually. I mean, it's not like I have a chance to win this game. So me saying it helped me is a load of a lot of things, because I no help can help me after the amount of damage that dragon has already done to me. But again, a great game, very accessible here on Board Game Arena. And I will say what I still think is awesome about this, and it's just really neat, is the fact that this game is here. It has all these expansions, right? And you could play with them. And we have used a bunch in this one. Not necessarily, I can't sit here and say I did it well. I didn't see that spot. Now I feel stupid. So there was so much room on this board that I will say it does not play as well as other games on Board Game Arena on here for that reason. You have to really zoom in, zoom out, whereas other ones fit nice and neat into the Yeah, so Ryan, it does have as I'm going to bring this up actually. So let me go to my section here. It has 3 expansions, maybe 4, something along those lines. But again, some options. It's scoring all these things. My pathetic score of 80 at the moment. Again, I had multiple spots that were about to score 8 or 9 points throughout this game that would have made this a little bit more interesting on my part. And I had a few fields that were eaten away by a dragon. So my feelings about the dragon are very clear. But what I'm going to do now, as soon as this ends, I can't just leave just yet, is I'm going to go take an invite from Ryan, and we're going to play a good old, more standard game of this, and then I'm going to call it. And I want to thank people who did tune in tonight. Been meaning to try and get gameplay stuff on here, and there we are. The game is. I'm just waiting for them to officially call it over here. What's the game? 89. That was a bad score. I am much better at this game, and than I showed here tonight, and it's disappointing. And I will hope that my next play. But I am a good game. I like to say good game. I think it's nice. We're gonna go back to the main site, and then yes, I'm a fast sprinter. 10 games played in 24 hours. I did not know I did that. I'm going to go into my invites here and I'm accepting this invite. Fairly easy to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to play a good old game. The good, straight, normal way here. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. I've not played this game a ton on Board Game Arena, as you can see by my ranking. And here we are. So Ryan joining me. I want to thank Ryan for taking time to pop on and play a game tonight. Again, I'll do this in the future, and I'll do the same thing. But if someone did want to join for any particular reason, they're watching play and say, hey, I want to play that game. I may end actually with a game of Can't Stop as I say that, because I really can't stop playing that game. But I do think that it's easy to do. So if someone wants to play, you don't need to be on the. It's not like your audio is going to be heard or anything like that. You don't need to feel anxious about that kind of thing. I know some people feel that way, but that's fine. You don't need to worry about that. Just play a nice game. We can try games out if anyone really wants to try any particular games. I'm interested certainly in trying new games. I do like to. Yeah, I know Can't Stop. I'm telling you, if you want to jump on and play Can't Stop, I will close out with a game of Can't Stop. Quick game, maybe the 3 of us, even if you want. Oh, no. I know that's not legal. No, we're going to pass. We're not doing a field here. And actually, if you want, Ryan, I will agree to not do a field action, and we'll play it a no field way. It seems like a fair way to play no field because we don't have to. All right, let's see. Let's set this up. I do not want Ryan in here, and that is not great for him to have that little road. So he's throwing a road over here. I don't love that either. Oh man. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, so Can't Stop. All right, Espinal. So it looks like we're going to end in the most ironic way possible with a game of Can't Stop, which seems extremely appropriate for a game night that I did not intend for myself. In truth, the origin of this particular evening stemmed from basically being told that, hey, we did a bunch of laundry in the other room and it's a mess. So essentially my kids are crashing together and I don't want to I didn't want to deal with the chaos of it. Also, I got told, why don't you can do something in the basement, right? So here I am. I don't mind. We're going to try this here. Yeah, I'm going to keep my pieces. I like to have always a few meeples ready to use, right? It gets a little frustrating when you don't have any. And here we are. It looks like, Can't Stop is official, by the way. Very exciting stuff. So Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and that will be the final game. That will be the one to end it this evening. A game of Can't Stop. It is, for all who watched earlier, not one that I had particularly good luck in the first go about. I cannot assume it's going to get any better, but hey, maybe it will. I'm interested too. How many people have actually played Can't Stop? Because I feel like it's an underrated little game that doesn't get enough love. I forget its year of origin. It is not a young game. I can say that much. It's definitely not a young game. But it is a fantastic game and a lot of fun with the kids. So for me, that's a big thing. A game, this game that I'm playing now, Carcassonne, is one that I think I'd say I taught my son fairly early on, really early on, actually, and never did the kids version. There's a kids version of this game, and I didn't do my first Carcassonne. We went right into it. So for me, I think it's a simple little game. You can teach it, and you do teach it, as I noted earlier, with Found the Farmers. You teach it Found the Farmers because it's just easier that way. It's easier to teach. They can get a little funky sometimes when you're first teaching someone, and it's a nice way to introduce. We're not playing this with farmers. Technically, we could not turn it off. Yeah, we couldn't turn it off, so we're just not playing with it. And there you are trying to swipe I ain't giving that to you. No, we're not giving that to you, Ryan. I'm taking doing that. Sorry, had to do that. He's got a lead on me right now regardless, but that one, I did not want him jumping into my road. Picked up nice little 2 points there, though. Very savvy job there. Can I jump into yours? It's a risky move here now because I only have one meeple left. And I need to close off something, but I wanted to... If he connects this and tie, I can still take this, which would be nice. The problem is here, I've got these... I'm just going to pop this over here because I don't think I have any money on roads. I've invested myself. I could do this, actually. At least that would help my cause. I'm not placing anybody. I need to get someone back. That is the biggest thing. And now I'm going to have to put someone on. I do not have a choice in this scenario, I would argue, because the situation is not one where I want to waste this. Where I'm going to put it is the question. I'm going to put it over here. I don't like having none, so I really need to finish one off. Orion can take a big advantage of this. And see, he connected those dots. But if we end up connecting this one here, it gets kind of ugly, and I end up here. I can get something back. Good. Here's an important thing, by the way. You don't get that meeple back Because I think this is a clarification that people miss. You don't get the meeple back that was right here. I place this down. I don't get that meeple back with no other pieces to put in that other spot. I just, from my understanding of everything, you don't. Now, had I got that, I could just put it right there. Not necessarily that I would have, but that is something I see people do. So something to be mindful of. I'm going to consider things here, but I'm not necessarily wanting to do the road. I want to get some meeples back. I want to get my 9 points. And there we go. He's closing in on this one, unfortunately. And so maybe I can get some points over here. And I'll get a road. What the heck? What the heck? We'll go for a road here. Should be a decent road. Oh, another one. Really, man? You got another one? Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That really is painful. The luck of the draw is not always great. It is a tile laying game, and you only get so many shots. But filling in this is going to be the hard part. Filling in this is going to be the really hard part. I don't know that we're going to do it. I do not know that will happen. Continue to work on this road. We're going to pass. Yeah, I will say I'm going to try and advertise these in the future and then make them really play along. Hey, jump in, play a game kind of thing, because I think it'd be fun. This for me tonight was spur of the moment. Why the heck not? And I'm glad I did it. But I think it would be a lot of fun to just get on here and invite people to play games. That's what this channel is all about. It's about the idea that games are fun. And I love playing games. I really, really do. So for me, it'd be enjoyable to play some games with folks here on the World Wide Web. But in particular, part of it, this Tabletop Express community that I'm trying to grow. And you've been wonderful people. And we're here. It's been an hour and a half I've been doing this. The time flies. I mean, I think that's the thing I'm going to miss. I have, just as an example, I have my vaccine, my first shot of it. And I'm very looking forward to getting back to playing with people. Marvel Champions expansion, by the way, coming out tomorrow. And I'm hoping to get that game to the table many, many times with people other than the people in my family who are wonderful. But it'd be just so great to get that and have it hit the table. I'd be just so thrilled. I know there's a few people on this channel, Ryan Espin included, who have looked forward to that as well. So I'm hoping it arrives at our friendly local game store tomorrow. That is what I would be expecting, but I will get a call the moment it comes in. That is the great thing. If you have a friendly local game store, do yourself a favor, folks, and make friends with them. Make friends with them. But seriously, be in touch with them. Find out what order games from them. Give them your monies. They are doing amazing. Oh no, you don't. I see you there. I see you there. Yeah, they're doing amazing things. And those that have been lucky enough to survive through this turmoil, I just think it's important. And you're going to pay more sometimes. And I just want to stress that that's okay. It's okay to pay more. It's fine, actually. And you should want to pay them your money because they're doing great stuff to keep this industry alive. And to me, that is pretty darn special. So I don't know what this industry means to others, but it means a lot to me. It's been the life force of sorts over the past, and he just won, right? And regardless of what the score is in some of these things, I do not know how I'm going to recover from that. That is brutal. Brutal game. I thought the dragons were bad, but oh man. And the problem, like I said, I made what I what I just never do, and I did too many moves where I did not end up having another piece to play. I've been sitting around here without meeples for what 3-4 turns in with 15 to 20 tiles left, and that is a big no-no in this. I mean, you just don't do that. I need to fill in this gap so bad right here, and I can't. And meanwhile, here I am building out. If it was Catan and I was trying to build the longest road, great, I'd have 10 extra points. Fantastic. And here we got him pulling 2 points. You know, he's got 4 points on that whole town right there. We got nothing we can do here. Tough scenario, to say the least. I got to earn some points here, so I can try to do that. But yeah, this is I am over 2 tonight, Carcassonne, but again, at least this time it was not because of a dragon and because of a worthy opponent, for which I am always happy to lose to. Never a problem. I'm never happy to lose, but I'm fine when it's an opponent who's worth losing to. In this case, I need some meeples back. I hate giving points to you, by the way. I just want a meeple back before the last turn. Giving you points is painful, dude. Really painful. I was hoping sincerely to get something to fill in useful. Get some quickies here, quick points there. Not enough to pull a victory out here, but that's fine. Maybe I get lucky on that last turn. No, not quite. I was hoping to get lucky. I'm going to have this road, at least, that's going to get me. I don't know that I've had a road this long in this game in a very long time. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You usually end up closing it before you get to 10. And you get one of those at the last turn. That's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. I can close this out at least. Yeah. Well, we can't even close that. So let's do this. Get some points. And I will take my loss. And then we are going to end tonight for, I don't think it might just be the Ryans here at this point. I want to thank the people who did join, because at one point we had 6, 7, 8 of you, which blows my mind that you all wanted to watch me get my butt handed to me in Carcassonne earlier. But we're going to end with Can't Stop. Ryan Espin has that game set up. I'm going to encourage you, if you watch this and say, man, I want to play some games sometime. I've never played on Board Game Arena. Let me know. Happy to hop on board. You can join the Tabletop Express on Board Game Arena. It is just username Tabletop Express. Add me and I will add you back. And we can always do a game. Just message me on the Twitter account, and that is the TT Express, and we can go ahead and have it's actually Tabletop Express. But when you find me here on Twitter, go ahead and send me the games you'd like to play. You can message me, add me, and then there we go. 114 to 78. Good game to you, Ryan. It looks like we're going to close it out officially with Can't Stop. We've got Ryan, and I. We're going with this game. I am going to accept this invite. I'm going to bring myself back up for this one, so you can see my visible frustration when dice do not go my way at any point in this game. Because that's what's going to happen. Dice are not going to go my way. They just do not. and I know when to stop. By the way, yeah, I see Ryan. Thank you. If you're going to be able to check, I will get a call tomorrow because again, your friendly local game shop can set up that great relationship, and they will call me as soon as I have my game in. So, I am excited. Marvel Champions expansion, Rocket and Groot coming to the universe. Going to be a good, great addition. And then I'm very excited. They've got some other great things coming in. Star-Lord is really interesting from what Fancy Play has shown us. And here we go. Look at this. You gonna stop anytimes? No, not gonna stop. Can't stop. Yeah, we're stopping right there. I'm gonna take some points tonight, guys. Sorry. I am very excited. I think again the Marvel Champions, the game itself is just so much fun. So for me, I'm excited to play it. It's a great game. This Game Can't Stop is also a great game, and you can play this on Board Game Arena where we are playing it. Really easy, quick game. If you do a real-time game, I mean, honestly, you're seeing how quick it takes. It does not take long at all. You're trying to get to the top of these, and there we go. We got an 8. So it looks like Ryan's going to stop there. I got to think about this because where can I progress? The odds, obviously, that 4 for me is useful. And this is where I'm going to stop there. I'm so close with that 4. I'm tempted to keep going. Yeah, I'm going to call you Squirrel because it makes my life a lot easier to call you Squirrel. So we've got Espen and Squirrel. Ryan is Ryan Espen and then Squirrel. Yeah, I'm tempted to take that 4 earlier. But again, if my luck is anything like it is in Quacks of Quedlinburg, I should not. And there we got the 2. The 2 is clinched. So we've got a 2 and a 6. And oh, is that a... Oh, there we go. There we go. We got 2 for Ryan trying to get his first here. He needs that 7. Meanwhile, the challenge here is you've got that 9. That 9 that Squirrel is potentially going to get. It makes you kind of have to go for it. And that's what I like about this as a 2-player or 3-player game. You really do feel like you got to keep going at times when you just do not feel comfortable going. And there we go. I think we're going to have a game. And that's game, folks. That is game. So there you go. Back-to-back victories. Man, -29. That just seems cruel. No offense. Yeah, that just seems cruel. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to take this offline because apparently I've been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes. Time flies. Again, some great games on here. If you're interested, please send me a message. Happy to add you and always happy to play a game here on the Tabletop Express. With that said, I will just say that if you take a look, we've got some great people coming up on Creators Corner, some who are not announced yet, and I'm looking very forward to some additional videos that we're going to be doing here all around a fantastic set of games in our favorite game series. So if you want to see more Tabletop Express live, let me know and we'll plan some in advance. Other than that, have a wonderful night, everybody, and I will talk to you all very soon.